And looks like we're live. Excuse the delay. I had to stuff some food in my gob. But welcome to the live stream. I'm Kelsey Crawford. I'm a comic artist. I'm here to draw commissions and stuff. And there goes my cat off my lap. Today, I'm going to be drawing some commissions that were requested from me from my latest Kickstarter campaign, The Legend of Jamie Roberts, Volume 1. And good to see you, Jessica. I was hoping you would be in the comments. Alrighty. Let us get my program of choice, Clip Studio Paint, up on the screen. And let me see if I can find the folder I'm keeping these Kickstarter commissions in. There they are. Found them. Okay. Now, one of the folks who backed The Legend of Jamie Roberts, Volume 1, requested Medusa, looking cute, taking a selfie, might delete later, I don't know. So I already got the pencils done and the inks are mostly done, so we're just going to finish up the inks here and go from there. Now, I've mentioned in other places to promote this live stream that some commission requests are going to be super duper personal. And if that is the case, I will not draw them live out of respect for the commissioner. Excuse me. But I thought this would be a cute idea to be like, hey, look at this. I'm fulfilling Kickstarter commission rewards. I'll be honest with you. The Legend of Jamie Roberts Volume 1 as a Kickstarter fulfillment campaign is probably taking the longest to fulfill out of just about any project that I've done previously, other than Neverending. For folks who backed the first Neverending campaign, your commissions are coming up next. We've been whittling through them slowly but surely. Oh, here we go. Just little happy snakes on top of Medusa's head. Because they like having selfies. There we go. It's a bit better. Oh, in case you have watched this stream before, you may have noticed I have new headphones. I love these headphones. The mic quality is quite good. For folks who are curious, these are HyperX Cloud. Oh gosh, I don't remember what cloud model this is though, because there's a couple of different cloud models of the HyperX headphones. It's not Cloud 2. It's the next one up. I don't remember the exact name of it, and I don't have the receipt in front of me. But these are HyperX Cloud headphones. They're quite good and comfy. Oh my gosh, they're so comfy. Now I'm drawing Medusa for Mandy, who requested this as a part of her Kickstarter rewards, because she tends to place a lot of Greek mythology requests anytime that there are commissions that I draw for her. Largely because she is an indie author who published a Mandy, if you are watching this, leave your book title in the comments because I don't remember it off the top of my head. But she does write a book series that is like an alternate version of Greek mythology. It's like Greek mythology but high school drama. I've drawn a couple of different pieces for this series that she writes. So when I saw that she made the request of Medusa taking a selfie looking cute, I was like, you know what? I'm not even surprised that she made this request. Just making sure that I got some loose ends. Loose ends. Do you think if Medusa ever has like a dead ends in her hair that the snakes just kind of like droop? That's a depressing thought. Never mind. Forget I said anything. Makes me think of oh gosh, the character from Monsters Inc. That's Mike Wazowski's girlfriend. I don't remember her name. Cecilia? I think that was it. Gosh, it's been a while since I saw that movie all the way through. But Mike Wazowski's girlfriend is a Medusa character with little snakes for hair. It was very cute. I just remember that her nickname was Schmutzy Poo. Yeah, it was Celia. I was right the first time. Okay. Okay. That's pretty much the entirety of Medusa's head. So huzzah for that. Draw the hand here, though. I'm going to need to start a new layer and set the ink layer that I have been working on to like 55% opacity so that I can do this. It also makes cleaning up lines way easier doing this method. One of these days, I'm going to do a live stream or possibly some other kind of online tutorial thing to show y'all how I draw himbos. And I was thinking about this because my buddy Chloe came over yesterday because we had a little party to celebrate my roommate Alex's birthday. And Chloe came over to hang out and she was like, "Could you show me sometime how you draw himbos? I need some pointers." And I'm like, "I can do that." Probably do an online tutorial because I'm sure that there are going to be multiple people who want to know how to draw himbos. Here we go. I'll let Alex know that you told her happy birthday. Today's mug is "Be a rainbow in someone else's cloud," a quote by Maya Angelou. It's a rainbow mug. Here, I'll shrink the. There we go. Be a rainbow in someone else's cloud. Maya Angelou. I got this when I went to Ann Arbor. Oh gosh, last month. It was just it was a day to hang out with Alex and Chloe in Ann Arbor and just chill and largely shop around and eat noodles. But yeah, just hang out. It was nice. Got this mug here, got some dino stuff while I was at it. I almost got the pink Badman shirt that Vegeta wore in an episode of Dragon Ball Z, but I exercised some restraint and I did not get it because pink looks awful on me, and I know this. All right. Back to the Medusa. Okay. So we got inks pretty much done. I'll punch it up a little bit and add some shadows here and there. I almost forgot the little fork tongues for the snakies. Can't forget that. And Bree Bree is pacing around my chair because she really wants to get into my lap. There she goes. Are you going to settle? We are joined by a Bree Bree. She has blessed this live stream. Yep. You have blessed our live stream, baby. Hi, Carlos. Also, Jessica, tell your wife I said thank you. It was very, very nice. I I wanted to wear purple, but I do really like this top. I like button down blouses like this one. Oh, Brie, goodness. She really wanted face patterns. Carlos says hi. Mm-hmm. Oh. Rub the face on my desk. Okay, now that some time has passed, I can go into a little bit of the story of how I acquired this desk that I have here. Because in previous live streams, my desk was white. This new one that I have is black. It's also a standing desk. It has controls that can raise it or lower it. I'm sitting because I've been on my feet a lot for the last week. I don't want to stand. But yeah, I can get into a little bit of how this desk came to be. Also, yes, there is a blanket on here. I crocheted it myself. Really needed to get something on this chair because it's old and the leather is kind of flaking off a little bit. But with a blanket over it, it flakes less. So that's nice. Okay, desk story. So about 2 months ago, yeah, because this happened in July. Back in July, I got an email, and this email, it did kind of set off some alarm bells in my head, but it advertised that they were looking for a Weird. My microphone just turned itself off. Let me know if you can hear me. Shout it out in the comments if you can hear me just fine. Because my headphones are being a little weird. Okay, I got a thumbs up from Carlos, so we're okay. Okay, so I got an email. Somebody was looking for a concept artist, and they were advertising a stupid high pay rate, and I was like, that's unusual. But they were also promising like benefits, and it was part-time work, and I was like, okay, I'll reach out to them and I'll give it a shot. And they replied back, and they were like, okay, we need to talk with each other on this chat app that I had never heard of. And I was like, a little suspicious again, but I'll give it a try. Why not? Now, keep in mind, this studio that reached out to me was pretending to be the same people who made the Call of Duty series, which I thought was odd because I was like, do these people not know my portfolio? My portfolio is very clearly not Call of Duty-esque. Like, a reminder, if I can just zoom out for a second. Like, this is the kind of stuff that I draw. So why would a studio who said that they're behind Call of Duty reach out to me? Turns out they were a scam. And they were like, hey, so we want to send you this super duper high check. Get yourself some equipment with it and do this thing. And I was like, very suspicious, but okay. And so I went out and I got a bunch of equipment on a credit card. And one of the things I got was this desk. I got this desk and a different set of headphones, not this one. Excuse me, madam. I'm telling a story. Could you not swat? Goodness. Are you done? You done throwing a hissy? So, yeah, turns out the company was a scam. They wanted to get my bank information so that they could drain my accounts. Now, thankfully, I bank with a bank that, like, you can't take screen caps of anything on the app, the banking app. You can't send account information or anything. So Chase was able to, yes, I bank with Chase. Say what you want to about Chase. Chase can be a pain in the ass in a lot of ways, but they at least have a good fraud detection program. And they caught that this was happening, and they were like, "Oh no, this is a scam. We're not depositing this check." And just sent it back. And then yeah, the funny part is 2 days ago ish, I got another email from another scammer saying, "Oh, we're an indie studio and want to pay you $59 an hour to do some concept art for us." And I replied back, "No, no, I'm not falling for this again, because somebody else tried to advertise this for me, and you just want my bank information. If you reach out to me again, I will hunt you down and gut you like a fish." Haven't heard from him since then. So, but a lot of the stuff that I had purchased for that gig, I returned because I had got it on a credit card, so it was easy to just refund it. And did not come out of my bank account at all. So that was nice. Um, so got my money back, but there were two things that I kept. One was this standing desk, because it's just going to improve my quality of life. The other thing that I kept, I'll try to wheel it into the into view of the camera here. Here we go. The other thing that I kept was this phone mount. And the reason I kept this was because I wanted to record more stuff for TikTok and Instagram. And the easiest way to do that is to just have a phone mount it, and then hit record and do it that way. So I just kept that, and the standing desk and everything else I returned. Like, it did suck to be scammed like that, but I did not lose out money. I think the worst that I lost out on was like $12, because Chase was like, "Hey, you were trying to deposit a fraudulent check. We need to charge you for that." And I was like, "What?" But that was the worst that it got. I even tried to reach out to customer service to be like, "Hey," and explain the situation to them, but still they charged me $12 for trying to deposit a fraudulent check. But at least they caught that it was a fraudulent check and it wasn't able to be deposited. But again, I got the desk, and I was like, I'll just keep it. And that's how I got this desk. Honestly, it has helped a lot with just quality of life and my focus. So have these headphones. These headphones I got in a separate occasion. Okay, looking at this, I'm debating whether to add a background to this or not. I think I'm going to let this sit and percolate for a bit, and I will move on to the next commission. This one is for Pat Jaderborg. The Medusa taking a selfie was for Mandy Oviat. And I say her name because, again, she's an indie author. She has books online. Mandy, if you're watching this, post your stuff in the comments. This other commission is for Pat Jade. Now, these I drew because I was like, what pose do I want to draw this character in? I think I've got it. So I need to angle this up, though, so that I can actually like see the screen while I draw. Here we go. Okay. When it comes to the drawing process now, I do honestly prefer doing my sketching, like my penciling, what I'm doing right now, digitally. I'm starting to prefer doing it digitally. And I can understand now why Chris Metzer, or I'm trying to remember his Instagram username, but um, Chris Metzer does character art and webcomics and things. And he does digital pencils like this, prints out the result with a lower percentage opacity, and then inks over it. I'm starting to understand the process now and why it is that he does that the way that he does. Because like hand inking is like his preferred medium is markers, and there is just a way of handling markers that you can't really replicate in Clip Studio Paint. But honestly, sketching out stuff in Clip Studio Paint is like, it's so nice because you can like make so many adjustments. Like, I'm gonna move this shoulder joint over here. So much nicer and faster. Oh my god, I love it. For this one, when I first started it and I was drawing all these poses, I was debating whether to like do like something super actiony or anything, but then I was like, you know what? Let's just keep it simple. Now, Pat, if you're watching this, you surprised me with this request because usually anytime that you make a commission request, you're just like, draw whatever you want. And that is both a blessing and a curse for artists who offer commissions, because it's like, yay, I could draw whatever I want. Shit, I can draw whatever I want. This time, I appreciate you clarifying what it is that you were looking for. Um, so Pat's request was draw me like a pirate, and I can do that. So that's what I'm doing. Don't ask me why it is that I draw the toes, even though the toes are not going to feature prominently in the final drawing. I just do. Need to free transform that. There we go. See, stuff like that. That's what I love about like penciling stuff digitally, is that you can just free transform things. Speaking of free transformation of things, whoop, I'm gonna do it again. And there we go. Good progress so far. Draw me as is always a good prompt. Always. Especially with artists. Just checking out the comments, excuse me. Alrighty. Recently, I put out a survey asking for feedback from folks like you, which I am still accepting responses. So if you'd be interested in helping to shape what projects are going to be coming up within the next year, just go to my link tree. My link is in the bio. I'm also going to pop it up on the screen. Linktree/Kelsey D. The survey is like the first link listed at the top. But the survey, if you respond to it, it'll help me shape the project roster for like the next year. Because I would like to know what you would like to see more of. Do you want to see more comics, more stickers, more art, more videos? What would you like to see more of? Let me know. I've already started implementing some of the feedback that I've seen in the survey. Like, I've noticed a lot of people want to see more stuff on my website, kelseydcrawford.com. So I've started posting on there much more regularly. This week I've done like daily posts, which is kind of unheard of. Before I would only post once a week. Now that I'm getting into posting daily, it's been kind of nice. It's also been kind of nice to treat it as almost like an alternate social media platform that's not Instagram or TikTok or Facebook or Twitter. Because, hey, with my website, I'm in control of what I post. It's really nice. I'm actually going to draw the sword as a different color on a different layer. Pencils, sword. Here we go. This is just the rough shape of the handle. It's not like the final draft of the handle. I just need to get the placement down. There we go. Back to green. Okay, I was trying to map in my head how the wrist would lay at the particular angle. Okay, anatomy trick. Draw the wrist joint, draw the shoulder joint, draw a straight line between the two, get in the middle, and then draw perpendicular, and boom, elbow placement. I can't even remember where I picked up that tip. I just picked it up somewhere, and I was like, this is genius. It has helped so much with anatomy and placement and things. And there we go. Okay. I think that'll work. Get back into the pencil's sword layer and Better idea. See, this is why I draw certain pencils on separate layers. Because then you can erase them and it won't affect anything else. Excuse me a sec, there's somebody at the door. Be right there. Hey, come right on in. Look, another package at your door. Like I say every time I'm here. Literally every time I'm here, I'm like, there's another package at your door. There's another package at your door. Good morning. Oh, while I'm at it, I'm gonna get more water. So they do the cupcakes. I don't know if they're the same flavors as last year, but they look different because I've seen photos of them. And I was like, oh, there's a cookie with Harry's face on it, like on the cupcake and stuff. So I'm ready to go buy the whole store out. That's what's gonna happen right now. Oh boy. Yeah. I'm having problems spending money. I don't know. I'm ready. So what? I can order this. I don't know if you can order this. Okay. Sounds like the headphones are back on. That's good. Okay. Excuse my absence for a second. Alex and her friend are going to be back later. Right now, they're going out to pick up some. There's a place around here that does like Hogwarts cupcakes. I don't know where it is exactly, but it's a thing that this place does like once a year. It's usually around Alex's birthday, so they're just going out to get cupcakes and they'll be back later. Here we go. Okay. Back to drawing. All right, so we got that. Let's customize the handle a bit. Yet another reason to do digital pencils. You can do stuff like this. Here we go. Let's polish up the lines a little bit. But yes, Carlos, I did see your comment. Blogging is back. It kind of is. Just comments like that remind me of how there are some people who are like, email is dead. And I'm like, but no, it isn't. Because there's a lot of people who don't want to deal with social media and its invasion of privacy and how social media really likes to get your personal information and sell it to advertisers without your notice and things like that. And at least with like email newsletters and running a blog, that happens less, if it even happens at all. And okay. The canvas does this sometimes. It's some kind of like twitch of a button command that causes the canvas to suddenly be like, oh, I'm gonna go all the way to the left. Don't entirely know why, but it's just a thing. Oh, and there's a Bree right by my seat.
You want to get back in my lap, baby?
Hmm?
You want to get back in my lap?
She's thinking about it.
Yay! She's back in my lap. There she is. Mrs. Universe.
So my friends and I started playing a D&D campaign, and I am the dungeon master. My friend Alex, my friend and roommate Alex, is in the game. She is playing a tabaxi sorcerer. And for folks who don't play this game, tabaxi are just cat people. And then she went to Hero Forge. Hero Forge is a website that lets you sculpt your own miniatures for gaming, which includes Dungeons and Dragons. And she sculpted her character. And then Hero Forge, like she only paid for one model. Hero Forge sent her two. Don't know why. So we came up with a silly idea where we could have one figure be painted according to Alex's character and her vision. And her vision was, oh, this is just my cat Boo Boo as a sorcerer. And then I was like, what if the other cat, the other figurine, is Bree as a sorcerer? And she's like the evil twin who wants to secretly take over the world, because let's be honest, that's what Bree really, really wants. She just wants to rule everything.
You chaos demon.
So that's our running joke right now.
Oh, yes, tail flicker. Her tail does little flickies whenever she's like, you're not petting me enough, mother.
Hold on a sec. I was erasing the wrong lines.
Oh, what?
And there we go.
Yes, I know, Brie. My goodness.
I think our cat would be an assassin. You're okay. Reminds me of a commission that I did previously for somebody else. This was back in like, oh gosh, like 2015, 2016, something like that. Somebody wanted me to draw a Tabaxi assassin. It was great. I still have the art floating around. I had a lot of fun drawing it. It was great.
Yes? She keeps pawing at my arm. Yes, it's very windy outside. That's probably why my Wi-Fi signal keeps like blinking, is because the wind outside is something fierce. Do you want to go investigate?
She's looking at the door like she wants to investigate.
Do you want to investigate? You got an eye booger. There. You want to go investigate?
Apparently she does not. She wants to stay in my lap. Alrighty. Pencil, sword. Go back to the pencil layer so that I can draw the face. Okay. Now, I have drawn Pat Jade before, surprisingly. I have drawn her for a previous comic project of mine, Seeing Him, which I'm looking to get that into PDF form and then putting that up on Ko-fi, because it's like a curse with Seeing Him. Like anytime that it's posted online for serialization, um, suddenly the host site that it is posted on gets taken down, because it was on, oh gosh, what was that first one? Pink Triangle Press, I think it was, which was a friend run site. It was run by a friend of mine, and then he was like, "Oh, I'm shutting the website down," and I'm like, "Okay, I'll move Seeing Him to Smack Jeeves then." So I moved it over to Smack Jeeves, and then Smack Jeeves was like, "Oh, just kidding, we're not hosting webcomics anymore." And I'm like, "Okay." So like, on the one hand, I do want to put this story into PDF form and post it up for sale somewhere. On the other hand, I really like Ko-fi, and I don't want to jinx it. Because, like, it just feels like anytime that Seeing Him is posted somewhere, inevitably the platform that it is hosted on just fails for whatever reason and gets shut down and nobody can read it. So I'm just like, you know what? Maybe I will put it into PDF form and then just have people reach out to me directly if they're interested in getting this comic, because I'm a little afraid of posting it on Ko-fi because I don't want Ko-fi to die. I like Ko-fi. This could be a fun creepypasta. Yeah, the webcomic Seeing Him. Anytime that it is posted online, it kills whatever site that it is hosted on. Oh, just, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about this story. But anyway, I did draw Pat as a character for Seeing Him, because Seeing Him was one of the first projects that I had asked for funding on Kickstarter. I went on Kickstarter and I was like, help me make Seeing Him the webcomic. And it reached its goal. And the higher end rewards were you'll get drawn into the comic as like an extra character, as like friends to the main character. And Pat was one of the backers who got on that level. Thank you, Pat. um, there was a desktop reward that I drew. Oh man, I'm looking at the working files, and this was back when I was working in Photoshop. Okay, here we go. Just pulling this up for this. Now, for this new commission, I am drawing Pat Jade as a pirate, so there's going to be a little bit of creative license here. Mirror tool just to make sure everything's all hunky-dory, which it doesn't look like it is, so I'm going to adjust some things. Here we go. That's better. Mm, actually, I have an idea. Hold on. Just going to erase this. Then block transparent pixels, because I'm going to correct the line coloring here. There we go. And new layer, pencils face. Let's make the pencils for this blue. Make it stand out a bit. That's better. And putting glasses on there, because even pirates had glasses. Actually, pirates had among some of the better medical care of the time, surprisingly. I'm actually going to lower the head a bit. Because the neck is not that long. There we go. That's better. Again, this is why you pencil digitally, because you can adjust the placement of the head without having to erase it and draw it all over again. Super nice. There we go. That works. Because she's going to be wearing a bicorn hat. And Ostertjesjeswetter. Yeah. Works for me. Cool. I'm just glad to be working on these because The Legend of Jamie Roberts, Volume 1, the rewards are like 85-ish% done. 75 to 85%. What's remaining is taking care of the orbs and the commissions and printing out the maps. That's it. That's all that's left, which is nice because I got the books. The orbs are they're getting painted. They're getting painted and taken care of. Yes, everybody who pre-ordered a copy of the book is going to get their very own orb. It's about big, not very big. But it's orbs are the magical MacGuffins of the Legend of Jamie Roberts. So everybody's going to get a magical MacGuffin. And guess what? She's going to get a poofy pirate shirt. We're going to call this layer details instead, since I've been drawing all of this on the quote-unquote face layer. Now it's just details. There we go. There we go. Ah, poop. So I have a patio garden, and it looks like I know that I've been needing to put a little stake in my pepper plant because the pepper plant keeps just going beep sideways. I need to put that stake in there sooner rather than later because the wind is kicking up something fierce. And pepper plant doesn't need to be swinging around wildly like that. I may have to wrap up the I may have to wrap this up sooner rather than later to take care of the patio garden. So, okay. So we got those. Also probably going to wrap it up anyway because this is like the second or third time that I've had to turn the microphone back on my headphones. I don't know why it keeps like falling asleep. Because anytime that I listen to YouTube or anything, it does perfectly fine. But nah, in the middle of live streaming, it'll just shut itself off. Who knows why? Okay. So we got all that done. And that's done. Maybe there'll be a vest.
Yeah.
Vest. Shade that in a little bit so that it can stand out. There we go. There. I turned the base pencil layer, the figure, to 75% opacity, so that's a little more visible. But there we go. Or so that the like detailed lines can stand out separate from the figure lines. Also, this is why I pencil everything in multiple colors so that some things can be seen a little bit easier. All right, so that is the pencils for Pat's commission. Boop. Okay, I just pulled up the commission template that I've saved. The template size is 300 dots per inch. Inches wise, it's like it translates to the equivalent of a sketchbook page, or at least a sketchbook page that I normally work with. The pad that I work with is a Strathford paper pad, and the Strathford sketchbooks tend to be like 5.5 by 8.5, though this one is like 5.9 by 8.3 ish. So it's not going to be like an exact science, but commission template about this size. Okay, now. Okay. Oh, I was looking at the other commission requests. Rob, if you're watching right now, or Bobby the Writer, because I love that username, Bobby the Writer, made the request of asking me to draw not a character, but a setting. A flowering willow tree just beside a rather narrow but lively stream. I can do this. I'm going to need to get some photo references to do this justice. And by that, I mean I'm going to need to look at some like photo references from Grammy's property, because my Grammy had big flowering willow trees like next to her farmhouse. So if I have pictures of that floating around somewhere, I'm going to use those as a reference. But I'm going to need to get reference images to get that and get that vision, like just chef's kiss. Mwah. All right, Jessica, what's your commission request for this? Group shot of Jamie, Thomas, and Daniel. Oh gosh. I can do this. Yes, I can definitely do this. Ooh. What kind of group shot do I want them to be in? Ooh, I have an idea. Okay, for this, I'm drawing the first thing that came to mind. You might be wondering, Kelsey, why are you drawing lines? This will make sense in a minute. Okay. Paste, flip. There. Now I have an isometric grid, a hand-drawn isometric grid. We're going to put that at 25% opacity, and I'm going to use that, actually make that 15% opacity, and I'm going to use that as a guideline for this. Nose, mouth. Bottle placement is always the trickiest thing to me. Okay, here we go. Rotate the canvas again a bit, make it easier. Boop. Okay, good. Works for me. Draw the wrist joint, shoulder joint, line, perpendicular line, about here-ish. Lower. Hmm. Have to adjust the placement of the feet. There we go. Isometric perspective helps to make drawing these kinds of poses so much easier. Those fingers are looking claw-like, but this is just to get the general idea down. I forgot that the bottle was on a separate layer. Merge it down. There we go. Let's save our progress so far. I'm going to put this in commission work for Kickstarter. Doot, doot. How about a simple background for a change? Oh, we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to be drawing a picnic scene, so something that could pass for a picnic scene. We'll see how complicated the background gets, but no, the grid is for a reference to help with the perspective. I see why you said that though, because I have complained about background details before, particularly with I don't remember the name of the page, but it was in chapter 5 of The Legend of Jamie Roberts. It was the crowd scene. I remember it was the crowd scene. I don't remember the exact page number, but yeah, if you look at chapter 5 and you see the crowd scene, you will know why I was like, I need simpler backgrounds. Okay, oddball question. And I'm mostly asking this because I know I myself as a viewer would be interested in potentially in something like this. There's a concept in the crafting world called stitch and bitch. You just get together with other crafters and you work on whatever crafting project that you're working on. Could be could be a knitting project, a crochet project, a sewing project, whatever it is. But you stitch, you hang out with other crafters, and if that means you bitch, that means you bitch. Um, Bitching is not a requisite for a stitch and bitch, but the sessions are usually called stitch and bitch. And I want to ask because I've actually been working on some like knitting and crochet projects offline. Let me know in the comments if you'd be interested in like just having like a stitch and bitch session or a stitch and witch. I'm just curious. Like, if there's no interest in it, no hard feelings. But I'm just curious if anybody would be interested in that. Could also be a Discord thing, like something that could be done on our Tiny Dinos Discord. And yes, there is a Discord for fans of my stuff. It's called Tiny Dinos because that was the name that the community voted the most for. I put the name of the Discord server up for a vote, and everyone decided Tiny Dinos. So it's the Tiny Dinos Discord server. And if you support my stuff on Ko-fi or Patreon, Patreon is my sticker of the month club, but if you support my stuff on Ko-fi and or Patreon, you get access to the Tiny Dinos Discord server. It's actually a fairly quiet server. Not that I don't know how to use Discord, it's just I've been part of busy Discord servers before, and that's not really my jam. I'd rather it just be a place where we can just chill, talk about some of our favorite things, show off some coloring projects we're working on. Picnic scene sounds nice. Oh, it's one of the 2 servers that I don't have muted. Oh, that makes me so happy. Thank you. Yeah, because like it's super easy to mute Discord servers, and I don't want Tiny Dinos to be a server that's muted. I want it to be like a chill space. And so far, I think we've been successful in that regard. And that is in large part to the folks who are on the server. So thank you for that. And thank you for being such chill, cool peeps. Oh, could be interesting talking about the like Stitch and Bitch live streams that I was just talking about. I think it could be interesting. I think there can be interesting ways to go about it anyway. And crafters are like a community that exists on Twitch. So clearly there is a market for there's clearly a market for folks who want to watch other people do craft stuff because it's a subgenre on Twitch. Clearly the interest is there. The other server that you do not mute is Ben's. I don't have that one muted necessarily either. That one can be a little bit more active, and I don't keep up with it regularly. But yeah, Ben Wright Human also has a Discord server, and you can more than likely find out more about that by going to his stuff. He's been a guest on previous live streams of mine before, and I interviewed him for the Less Than Secret Comics Anthology, which is part of the Less Than Secret Creator Interview playlist that I've put together here on YouTube. So be sure to check that out. Check out the playlist. Check out the episode where I talk with Ben Wright Human. Pretty sure he mentions the Discord on that particular episode. If not, it's going to be mentioned on his website and his other social medias. Check it out. Oh, speaking of like Ben Wright Human and projects and things, for folks who backed Less Than Secret, a cryptid anthology on Kickstarter, your books and stuff will be coming in. There was one person who requested a commission from me. I will be sending your commission out shortly. I need to reach out to Ben and see about more details about that. Okay, that's like the 3rd or 4th time that this microphone has just turned itself off. So I'm just going to take that as just a sign that I need to stop live streaming. So we're just going to wrap it up here for now. And I'll do my post-stream wrap-up stuff. Remove. Okay, so thank you all for watching. This has been me live drawing commission requests that were placed by backers who backed The Legend of Jamie Roberts Volume 1 on Kickstarter. For folks who backed the campaign, your rewards will be shipping out soon. There's just a handful of like little bitty details that need to be taken care of. But I've already been sending out some rewards, so be prepared for that. It's been a fun stream as always. Thank you. Mic drop. Yes, the mic keeps dropping, and I'm not a fan of that. So gonna need to figure that out. If you want to check out more of my work, including The Legend of Jamie Roberts, because yes, The Legend of Jamie Roberts is a webcomic project. It's still ongoing. The Kickstarter was to put chapters 1 through 4 in one graphic novel, but the webcomic is still ongoing. You can check that out through my link tree, which is on the screen, or down in the description. The link to the webcomic is also down in the description. It's free to read online. The book version has remastered art and some bonus content that's not on the website, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I also have a blog. You can find that through my link tree. I also have Ko-fi. If you like what I do, feel free to leave a tip. I actually have the Ko-fi link right here. It's pretty straightforward. Ko-fi.com/Kelsey D. Crawford. And that's Ko-fi with a hyphen in the middle. I love Ko-fi. And recently, Ko-fi actually gave me a highlight. Like they gave me a shout out on their main blog. And I've been getting a whole bunch of new followers. So, mwah, shout out to all my new followers. Thank you for checking out my, excuse me. Huh. Just all the burritos catching up to me. But thank you for the follows. I hope you like what I do. All of my other stuff is at Linktree/Kelsey D. That includes stuff like Sticker of the Month Club, which will be shipping out soon. You get a new sticker every month from me sent to your mailbox, along with a personalized thank you note. That's Sticker of the Month Club. There's also Kitties by Kelsey, which, spoilers, I'm going to be making a new comic strip that's email newsletter exclusive that features cats who are witches. Because cat witches are cute, and I want to draw a comic strip of them. So they will be coming to my email newsletter. That is also on my Linktree. Everything is on my Linktree. Just check it out. Check out all the stuff. That's all I've got for now. No live stream next week. Next week, I'm actually going to be out of town. I'm going to be checking on some family. Long story. We'll see if I get into it. But I'm going to be checking in on some family members next weekend. So no live stream on the 18th, because next week is the 18th. There should be a live stream September 25th. Keep an eye on my social media and on my website for any and all updates regarding a September 25th live stream. That's all I've got for now. Thank you so much for watching. You are awesome. Sorry, I bumped the mic. Bye.